All right, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kudash. I like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, that rule well and teach well, the men that taught me this truth, and also Shalom. And salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring in this work as well. You know, the brothers of the hopeful elect. All right, so I'm the brother Shaqua from Great Millstone, Montreal, with another lesson. And this lesson that I'm going to be getting into today, you know, is just going to be a brief lesson going into self-esteem, an exhortation lesson, you know, because self-esteem is something that's important. But our nation today, they lack that self-esteem. You know, they lack that characteristic, man. You know, even I myself at times lack that characteristic, or, you know, lack self-esteem. And that's where the inspiration of this lesson comes from, man, because it's something that, you know, I myself am working on, man. You know, and Lord willing, will be edifying to the brothers as well, you know, whoever may need it. All right, so with us being destroyed as a nation, you know, and falling away from our power, our heritage, you know, we've been destructured and destroyed as a nation, and also these curses following us, man. You know, being constantly oppressed as a nation, you know. And this, I'm speaking about the nation of Israel, man, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the princes of the Heavenly Father. Yes, because at one point, you know, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they were royalty, man. You know, they were royalty, and they were of a high status, because that's their original occupation, man. That's where they originally belong, you know, a royal class, a class of his own, man. That's the nation of Israel. Matter of fact, let me get something real quick just to back that up, you know, because scripture speak about backing everything up, right? Scripture speaks about proving all things. All right, so this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6, because the nation of Israel is above every other nation on the earth. There's 18 nations on the earth, but the one that's at the top of those 18 nations is the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, but that doesn't seem like it right now. You know, that doesn't seem like it right now, because when you take a look at the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today, you would never think that these people were, or you know, you would never think that we were ever a ruling nation, man, or a nation of royalty, or that had anything going for ourselves, man. Because look at our condition. You know, Jake is playing the block, you know, murdering and killing each other. You know, Jake is through, you know, off drugs. The Native Americans is, you know, drunk or off drugs, you know. And then you have the Hispanics, man, you know, just, you know, the gangs, man. You know, it doesn't look like this, you know, our nation is as was ever of any royal status, man. But guess what? The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai threw in a monkey wrench. And that monkey wrench is the elect that will come back from all that filthiness and once again begin to embark on the journey of seeking the ways of our forefathers, man. You know, the mindset of our forefathers. And a part of that mindset is the fact that we're esteemed above these other nations. We're better than these other nations, man. You know, and we're more peculiar than these other nations. All right. And we're royalty, man. So this is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy God," man. And that word holy, you know, separate. So we're separate from all these other nations, from these other people that are amongst us. You see, it says, "Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth," right? So that word special, matter of fact, let's take a look at it. It says, special. Wealth, oh wow. Jewel, proper good, special, right? Because when you have jewels, those are a treasure. They're a treasure, and it's something uh you deal carefully with. When you have particular jewels, you want to maintain it by cleaning it, keeping it shine. you know Jewels shine, and that's Jake, man. Jake shines. The so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they shine as a nation, because of the spirit, possession, property, valued property, uh peculiar treasure. So that's what we are as a nation, man. But the nation, they don't know that. They don't know that because they lack understanding, man. They can't see that. And that's why I mentioned only the elect can see that in this time. The elect is going to come back to the remembrance of who they are and knowing who they are. And with knowing who you are, you carry yourself a particular way, man. You're allowed to carry yourself a particular way, because that's the natural order of things, right? For example, let's say, matter of fact, hey, man, I'm jumping the gun, but it's the spirit. Let's say LeBron James, right? I'm using him, or Michael Jordan, right? I'm using Michael Jordan as an example. One of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, right? Right. So if Michael Jordan never esteemed himself as the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, if he never carried himself like he was the best, it wouldn't make him the best. People would esteem him as he, not being the best, man. And you expect Michael Jordan to carry himself like he's the best, right? Man, I'm trying to think of an example I can give. Let's see. Right? Okay, this might be a better example, like a child, right? A child, let's say a teenager. A teenager is gonna do teenager things because he's a teenager, right? And when he does something that a teenager would do, you would expect nothing less. What would you say? Oh, that's a teenager. He did that because he's a teenager. And that's the same case with a child, right? A child does childish things. Oh, he's a kid, so that's why he does. That's why he's acting like that. That's why he's doing that. He's esteeming himself as a kid. You esteem him as a kid, or he's acting or esteeming himself like a teenager, so you esteem him as a teenager, man. And that's the case with how you esteem yourself and value yourself, man. You see? So if you see yourself a particular way, that's actually going to reflect on the outward, man. That's actually going to reflect through how people see you. So let's go from there to the book of let's see. Sirach 10 and verse 29, Slakia 28. It says, "My son, glorify thy soul in meekness, and give it honor according to the dignity thereof. Who will justify himself that sinneth against his own soul, and who will honor him that dishonoreth his own life," man. So let me get that in the GNT. It says, verse 28, my child, keep your self-respect and remain modest. Value yourself at your true worth. So that's what you're supposed to do. If you understand that you're of a particular stock or a bloodline, you carry yourself with a particular worth. Even in the world today, you have those Edomites, that live off their families' riches, man. And you see they have generational wealth, and you see how they carry themselves, man. They give worth to themselves because they know, I'm better than this person, I'm better than that person. And there's nothing wrong with being better than people. the other people. That's normal. That's how it is. You know? It says there's no excuse for a person to run himself down, man. So there's no excuse of you running yourself down. Meaning thinking low of yourself, especially if you're an Israelite, man. A prince of Yahweh. You know? There's no, you shouldn't be running yourself down, man, and thinking badly or lowly of yourself. It says, no one respects a person who has no respect for himself. So if you have no respect for yourself, if you don't honor yourself a particular way, man, people are gonna have a lack of respect towards you, man. You could be the best basketball player, but you don't honor yourself or carry yourself like you're the best basketball player, man. People are not gonna honor you, man. People are not gonna see you for being the best. This is okay, cool. You're hanging. You're walking with your head all down. Disappointed. You see in yourself, man. People are gonna see you that way. They're gonna treat you that way, man. All right, so let's go from there. Matter of fact, that's the lesson. Just a real quick lesson. Going into self-esteem and esteeming yourself, with the honor that's due unto you, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say, call Allah Yamla Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Racha Kudash. Once again, double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, the great most one that rule well and teach well. Until next time, Shalom.